Hey everybody, it's Dusti Martin with the Martin Group at Platinum Living Realty, dropping in with your monthly market update for the town of Paradise Valley. If you're wondering what's going on in the real estate market, specifically the luxury real estate market, this is the place to be. Buckle up, let's go. All right, our active listings are down 8.3% over this time last year, but our sold listings have not changed in Paradise Valley from this time last year when everybody was kind of freaking out. That means we have less inventory and months of supply than we did last year. With all that said, though, our median sale price per square foot is down 6.9%. Now, if you've been following along the last few months here in Paradise Valley and on this channel where we do monthly market updates, you would have seen earlier on in the year when most of the rest of the Phoenix metro area was posting negative numbers in this price range as an average overall. What you would have seen is other cities around the valley actually having these numbers months ago, but yet Paradise Valley was still posting that their values were up 20, 30, 40%. So what happened? If you go back and watch those videos, you'll see that Paradise Valley had a lot of custom new build homes that closed early in the part of this year. The thing about new builds is that they go under contract sometimes a year or even 2 years prior to when they're completed. So with that said, if somebody bought in the height of the boom and when everything was going crazy and people were still paying top dollar for everything and over and above and bidding wars and all of that, they would have taken that year or two to complete, to come to fruition. So those homes were more of a lagging indicator than an actual picture of what was happening right now in real time in Paradise Valley. So that brings us back to where we are here this summer, coming out of the slowest month traditionally for Arizona, especially for the luxury market, and we're down 6.9% with a median price per square foot of $569.82. So almost $570 median price per square foot. When you compare that to this time last year, where we were still having those homes that took a long time to post, yeah, of course we're down a little bit. But remember, Paradise Valley also saw the biggest gains out of anywhere else in Arizona, year over year, month over month, for years straight. So when other areas in the valley were seeing 20% year over year values or 30% or even 40 or 50%, Paradise Valley was posting 40, 50, 60% value increases year over year. So backsliding about 6.9% in the grand scheme of things, when values more than doubled in just a couple years, that's really not much to be concerned about, especially when you consider that real estate should be a long-term investment. Most people should not be buying a house to turn around and make a quick profit. Real estate is traditionally considered a hedge against inflation and a long-term investment to the tune of 15 to 30 years. So keep that in mind. Even as an investment, aside from primary residences, and even with primary residences, most real estate investments should be considered long-term. It is a rare animal that can make that much money that quickly on real estate. Now, that's not to consider house flippers and stuff like that. However, the average house flipper, keep in mind, only makes between 8 and 10 grand a house, and that margin has been getting slimmer and slimmer the more house values go up and the more home sellers become educated on their home's true value. So let's move on. Like I said, our active listings were down, but our sales didn't change. They kind of held steady. And so with that said, our months of supply, though, because of that, is down 8.3% over this time last year. And we're currently sitting at a 4.65 month of supply in Paradise Valley for all price points. With that said, it's not technically a seller's market it's very close to one, but it's not technically. Anything 4 months or less is a seller's market. Is it an even balanced, stable market or even a buyer's market? Absolutely not. We're not anywhere near that yet. But like I said, summer is traditionally our slowest point, and it's usually when our homes sell for the least amount of money in Arizona. So this is actually kind of common. This is to be expected. And if you've been here long, it's going to sound like I'm on repeat every month when I say this. All right. Our median days on market is down though. So that means homes are selling faster. So our median days on market is down over 13% over this time last year, currently sitting at about 59 days. Considering that Paradise Valley, for the most part, is a luxury market, when you think about that, that's not a long time for multi-million-dollar homes to be selling. So keep that in mind. It's still moving fairly rapidly in an even stable market. For the average median price point around Maricopa County, an even stable market would be 6 months of inventory and 90 days on market. So when things are selling in less than 30 days in a luxury market, that's actually a fairly healthy sign of the economy. All right, so here we go. We're going to jump over to our months of supply and our supply and demand by price range. Now, this would be a good time if you need a break to pause it. Also hit the subscribe button, and then let's just dive right back into where we left off. Like I said, our months of supply is at 4.65 months of supply. Not quite a seller's market, but that depends on the price point. We're going to skip 0 to 100 and 100 to $200,000. There's no inventory there. Therefore, there's no sales. Therefore, there's nothing to calculate. And unfortunately, this is becoming the norm in our higher priced markets around Arizona, simply because with the run up of averages over the last few years, this is just not a price point that we see a lot of inventory in, no matter where we are in the valley. So then we look at the $200,000 to $300,000 price range. There's an even 1 month of inventory. That's like lightning white hot seller's market territory. The kicker is there was only one home in that price range and it sold. So that left us with one. 1 divided by 1 is 1. So then we look at the $300,000 to $500,000 price range, and it's exactly the same. There was 2 homes, not a lot, right? But 2 homes sold, left us with even 1 month worth of inventory. Then we look at the $500,000 to $700,000 price range. And there's nothing to calculate there, but it's not because there's no inventory. There were or are 2 homes in that price range. However, they didn't sell. We don't know if they came on the market towards the end of the month or if they're just maybe slightly ugly or undesirable homes or hard, if not impossible to finance. We don't know. We should know later next month when the new numbers come out in a few weeks. But with that said, there's nothing to calculate, but there's only 2 properties available in that price point. My guess is it's probably a seller's market. It's just those 2 homes are either, like I said, to the market late in the month or haven't drawn the right type of buyer yet. So then we look at the $700,000 to $1 million price range. This is also like barely get your toe in the water in Paradise Valley anymore. There was only 5 homes, 3 of them sold. That left us with just over 1.5 months worth of inventory, still an exceedingly strong seller's market. You'll probably see multiple offers in this price range, and you will likely see a lot of competition if you're looking to buy in this price range. Homes in this price range in Paradise Valley don't come available very often anymore, and they are likely not to be the prettiest homes on the market. But with that said, if you can snag one up, you're getting into a great zip code whose value tends to hold even in poorer economic times. So with that said, you probably made a great investment, but you're still going to have a lot of competition. With our $1 to $3 million price point, we're at 3.67 months of supply. It is still a seller's market, but it's not the white hot that we see in the lower price points. You're probably going to have one solid offer, and it's going to take you 3, maybe 4 months to sell your home. And on top of that, you're probably not going to get a list price offer unless you price very aggressively. And so with that, though, you probably will get one offer if you're looking to sell somewhere between 96 and 98% of list price. And then if you're looking to buy, know that you might have some competition, but it's not likely to be 10 or 15 other offers. It's likely to be maybe possibly one other offer, or simply just have a hard time finding inventory at all with which to make an offer on. That's where you're going to have your biggest problem. Then we look at our $3 million and over price range, and it is much different compared to the rest of Paradise Valley. The rest of Paradise Valley is solidly in a seller's market, no matter how you slice it, just with varying degrees. The $3 million and over price range is in an even stable market, but trending towards a buyer's market. However, it's a slightly better buyer's market than it was this time last year, probably because people are continuing to realize that where interest rates are is more about the historical average of 7.7%, and seeing interest rates in the sevens is not historically uncommon, although a lot of society has been led to believe, because interest rates were kept so low for so long, that that's what is normal. And it's not, unfortunately. The other thing is, people still need a roof over their head. We didn't build enough homes for almost 10 years nationwide, and we are short millions of homes. Millennials, who are the largest demographic, have come of age. They no longer live in grandma's basement. And to be honest, baby boomers are aging in place and not selling anymore. So when you have the two largest demographics who are coming of age, and we didn't build enough homes to keep up with population demand and population growth, you're going to continue to see upward pressure on home prices, and it's likely not going to come down anytime soon. With that said, this time last year, this price point over $3 million had a 7.67 or almost 8-month supply of inventory. And this year we're sitting at almost 7 months even. Is it a buyer's market? Technically, no. 8 months or more would be, but this is closer. I'd say it's right in between an even stable market and a buyer's market. So if you're in that price point and you're thinking of selling, you really need to bring your A game. Your house better be the prettiest girl on the block. It better be prepped, staged, possibly do a pre-listing inspection and tie up any loose ends, because Arizona is also seeing one of the highest contract fallout rates that we've seen in 20 years. And a lot of it is because buyers are kind of fed up. The same home costs a lot more today than it did yesterday, simply because of the interest rate. So if they do still qualify, they're wanting more for their money. And if they're going to have to pay top dollar in most price points, then they're going to feel like they should get their money's worth, and that they shouldn't be buying a home with any significant issues moving in, especially things that have a potential to further damage the home. Think roof issues, leaks, electrical issues, stuff like that. Things that would, if left unattended, cause a risk to the home. So with that said, keep that in mind. If you're wondering what your home would sell for in Paradise Valley, or if you're looking to buy in Paradise Valley and you have questions about what that would look like for you, go ahead and give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.